Batman Off-World, written by Jason Aaron, art done by Doug Mank,
I think.
Also, Jamie Mendoza and David Barron.
Probably colors and letters. So, just to kind of preface this a little bit, we've talked about this on the air, on our show, about Batman Off-World. I think we've mentioned it.
Yeah, because we could never get number one.
We forgot, and by the time we realized, we could never find it.
You're so funny, too, because you and I talked about it, and we were like, okay, it's going to be around this time. It was going to be April or May that the trade was going to come out, because it's a miniseries.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, you didn't see it over. Well, I don't think it's over here, man. I don't think it's here. I'm like, dude. So, like, you checked all the new floppies, the single issue comics. You check over here, and I was like, you just walked right past the brand new trades, and it's sitting right there. It's like you walked right past it. So
I wasn't looking for the trade. I didn't even know the trade was out.
Oh, I did.
I
thought you knew it.
No,
oh, okay.
Every time I go into Jay's to get books, I don't anymore because we got the trade. But I would look, because the way that Jay's has their books is they have a wall with all the new stuff out that week, and then everything else is in stacks, right? So if you have a book that's like on issue number 6 on the new wall, you might find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the stack. You know, there might be like 3 6s and 2 5, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So every time I went in there, I would look to see if Batman Off-World number 1 was done, was there, because then we could start reading it. But yeah, the other day I totally walked past it because I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Hey, dude,
right here.
It's $20.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Considering it's a 6 issues, you're paying about 5.
A full color? I mean, I think that's pretty good. Anyway,
I want to see if I can get a hardcover.
so we finally.
I need to get that.
I'll bet you there
and
is.
Batman Full Moon. I want to get that one too.
We finally got to get it and read it, and
can I just say up front, because we're not going to break down every page. It's 6-issue miniseries. We're going to spoil the whole thing. So we're going to talk about the whole thing. So go read it. It's good.
Yeah, before you come back.
And come back. And you know what? I'm going to let you go first because I'm the Batman. I'm the Batman guy here. So
when
you like Batman too, but I obviously like him.
When this came out, I believe Absolute Batman was out, or close to it. And then also there was Batman Dark Age, which was the same team that made Superman Space Age, which we loved. And I loved Dark Age. It was a great book. But that's why I was, for some reason, like all these great like DC stories were happening. I'm like, this is cool. And
then Marvel would do it.
Yeah, no shit. And then Jake told me, he's like, you know, there's this story called, or this comic called Batman Off-World, and I was like, okay. And finally got to see. So I'm obviously very. I mean, it's Batman in space. Come on, what the fuck? It's Jason Aaron. What the fuck?
A young
right?
Batman in space.
It's his
first Batman.
It's after
story.
year 1, right?
So yeah, this is. Yeah,
he's only been Batman for a year. He states it. Yeah.
Dude, what sold me on it? What's the elevator pitch of it is genius, and it sold me immediately when I heard about it because the idea was Batman gets his ass beat by an alien. And then goes to space to learn how to fight aliens. He's like, well, it's already happened. There's going to be more aliens coming to Gotham, and I got to know how to fight them.
That's basically the gist of the book.
And I can just say, I love this fucking book. I loved it. Just because Batman is a psychopath, and it's awesome.
He's fucking psycho. There's literally
true to the character.
There's literally a babe who's like, "Hey, instead of going off and getting killed, why don't we go make babies somewhere forever and ever and ever till we die and live in peace?" And he's like, "No, babe, gotta beat up aliens." And it's like, you suck, Bruce Wayne.
But you know what?
Totally would have gone with the alien lady.
True to the character.
Yep, absolutely.
And
you still suck, Bruce Wayne.
What did you think of this? So you were like, what the hell? Because you had the same idea, like, holy shit, that sounds awesome. What is this?
Well, I mean, it's comic books, right?
Batman in space. How could you not love it?
If anybody comes up to me and goes, "Hey, that's not realistic," shut the fuck up.
I don't give a...
Now, there were a couple times when I was reading the book that it was hard for me to suspend my disbelief because he is in space. And these aliens, most of the aliens he's fighting are like 12 times his size. And it's weightless, and they're breaking his arms and shit as they hit. There's obviously the possibility he just is in an airless environment and die. You know what I mean? So once I was able to suspend my disbelief enough out of the way, because you have to. You can't be thinking, well, this is kind of really dangerous. Duh. But it's a comic book. The main character isn't going to get just thrown in an airlock. And if he does, it does happen in one moment, and he gets rescued like right away.
Tyler,
so
that's the second issue. That's what's crazy too.
I know.
I'm glad he got that out of the way here.
No shit.
Because he has to do that. If you're going to put someone like Batman in space, you're going to have to address the fact that motherfucker's going to get shot in space at some point. And how are you going to get him out of that scenario? And,
so the book is that it starts off though. I don't think it's revealed until, is it in the first issue? Or the second? Are you sure? It doesn't start the book.
It starts with him getting found on the vessel.
Yeah.
They find
so
him.
He's already in space. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't start off the book, but later on they flashback and show that
Gotham. Oh, gotcha.
And this guy just beats his ass. But it starts with him being in space, and he's trying to learn how to fight aliens. And while he's learning how to fight aliens,
the art of this book is just phenomenal.
He realizes that there's this consortium, this giant galactic mining corporation. So yeah, Batman's a socialist, bitches. Fucking sorry. Which is dumb because his character is rich because of capitalism. But anyway, like, hey, why don't you use some of your money that you make all your bat toys with?
I'm gonna spend that money to beat the shit out of those poor people.
So the first issue is basically, and you can delve more into each page if you want for the first one. But the first one is basically wakes up on the what?
The art, man.
Yeah. Wakes up on this ship where they found him, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And
they also, it's funny because he's in the bat suit, so they just assume he is a
bird,
a bird person.
Yes.
And it's established later that they know a Thanagarian, so they know a bird people.
Yes.
So it makes sense.
In
that he's
fact,
just like,
he fights a Thanagarian. I don't know if I like that character.
I love that.
I didn't.
No, here's what I loved.
A Wolverine style Hawkman.
You realize that you say that out loud, it sounds cool, right?
I fucking know. That's what I hate about it.
You're jealous you didn't think of it. That's the problem. So, as a Batman fan, I fucking dug this so much because
if you're a Batman fan,
you gotta read it.
Stays true to the character to the point of absurdity.
I'll say it right now. If
the alien chick's hot, okay? It's absurd. Go with the alien chick.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Rule number one.
She's literally in his lap making out with him.
Rule number one in sci-fi is
take the time to have sex.
You make love to that green woman. You do it.
Because you might die.
Because you know who first did it? Captain Kirk.
Also, you might die in the next 10 seconds because like a leak happens in the ship.
Does he know? I mean, she obviously looks
She's
like
the same as Starfire.
Okay.
From Teen Titans.
Say my thing is like,
she's
how would he have how would they have sex? Because maybe she doesn't have a vagina.
No, she does.
How would that work?
Well, because Dick Grayson had sex with Starfire a lot.
He did.
So
they dated.
If it was only anal, I would have heard about it.
Oh yeah, she. You're right. She is.
I would have heard about it.
Planet is Starfire. Yeah, but first of all, this is such a crazy story to pitch as his first Batman story. And I'll say right now,
Tamarinian is what she is. That's what also I can't remember her
Starfire.
name in the book, but yeah, the alien that
Ione.
Yeah, great name by the way.
Anyway, I was saying that I want to see more of what Jason Aaron can do with Batman because he's such an interesting writer. Because I have like that Punisher book was crazy good, and this book is amazing. Like. And
I forgot he
you're
did
right.
that Punisher book.
I had some moments. I liked parts of his Wolverine Weapon X. I haven't read his other Wolverine stuff. Yeah. But anyway, the part that I was like, okay.
Didn't he do that Avengers thing that I was just geeking out over but last year?
10,000 BC or whatever?
No, it was like they brought the Celestial to the fight to the end of the universe.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Aaron's run?
Ghost Rider?
Wasn't that Aaron's run? Yeah. They inhabited. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the part.
See, I'm a big fan of Jason Aaron.
This is the part where I'm like, okay, I get what you mean. Because there was another part in the book, too. But there's a part where
within the first 10 pages, you're like, this
so
shouldn't
he shows
even
up,
work.
He throws a smoke bomb, fights off all these aliens, and then the big bad shows up.
Kicks his ass.
And it's Captain Sin. And he shows up, and he lights him up with a, like, electro-powered glove. So he, like, shocks him with 10,000 volts, and it's he's like, it does no scratch. But here's what makes me laugh, because I'm like, okay, Jason. Because there are times when Jason Aaron gets a little bit like, I'm writing a comic book. And I love him for it, because I'm like, okay, whatever, we're in space. He's like, he hit me 3 times, only remember 2. First punch broke 4 ribs, dislocated my right hip. Second, shattered my nose and cracked my orbital bone. Surprised the third didn't kill me. Like, okay.
Yeah.
What? I love it.
We understand that you want to convey to the reader that he is hurt. But do you know what one cracked rib feels like? I'll bet you don't, and I'm pretty sure there's no codeine in space. So Batman is in incredible fucking pain, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta be... As much as I love the fucking hallway scene and the stairwell scene in Daredevil, before any of that is done, he's dead. They're all dead from concussions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, Jason, calm the fuck down, dude.
Well, and it keeps getting crazier later because...
Oh, Jesus Christ. He
you know
tames space wolves.
It doesn't bother me. I love that
He
shit.
tames space wolves.
Have some fucking fun in your life. It's a comic book.
Anyway, so he goes to space to fight all these aliens.
Hold on. He meets Ione.
You're going to go page by fucking
no,
page,
I'm not
aren't
going
you?
page by page.
Looks like it.
Because I go, you also have to suspend your disbelief because he also says shit like this. It's been 6 weeks since Wayne Enterprises purchased a prototype long-range shuttle from Star Labs under the guise of developing a commercial spaceflight business. And I'm like, that seems like it's the most ridiculous thing, but then I'm like, wait a minute. Elon Musk tries to make stupid space rockets all the time. So I'm like, wait, that makes sense. Yeah. But, yeah, it's... Okay, shout out to PunchBot.
Yeah, PunchBot's pretty cool.
What's great about this is Aaron does a really good job.
PunchBot gets to hit back?
And that's why I'm like, okay, I want to see what he can do with actually playing around in Gotham. But what I love about this book is it's also very funny at times. Like, well, she says
it's humorous. I wouldn't say funny.
Well, funny, but yeah, has some really fun, humorous moments. But, like, this next part where she talks about... So he meets Ione in prison, and she's like, you don't want to get out? What do you... Then so you want to be here? And it's like, you're picturing their pretty face, lovebird. Tell me, this lover of yours that's worth you being locked up in this ship full of war-hungry, space-crazed psychopaths. They got theirself a name, and then it just shows a big street sign that says, welcome to Gotham, you're going to die. And I was like, mwah, I love that. That's awesome. That's Batman. Like, and you know what? She's like, this city of yours must be beautiful is what she says later in the story. It's like, it's not. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
But again, I think what Jason Aaron does so well in this story is promote the fact that Batman is crazy. And it really gets, I think, ramps up in the next few issues. Because, like, yeah, towards the end of the first issue, we finally establish the dude showing up and beating the shit out of him.
The thing about, the reason why I don't like reading trades of miniseries is because the cliffhangers at the end of issues do not matter to me. Because I know I'm going to turn the page and find out what happens.
Yeah.
So that is why I didn't want to go, like, issue to issue or whatever. Because it's a book to me. Yeah. And the start is he gets beat up by an alien. There's a flashback, and they actually flash back to Gotham a couple of times in the book when he's not there. To look in on the other alien that whoever hired or whatever to, like, a mobster or something like that.
Yeah. I also love the fact that the book just says, fuck it, some mobsters hired an alien, dude.
Yeah.
Somehow.
But so he somehow gets out of that, like,
he and Ione break
galactic
out of the
mining, whatever.
So it's called the Storm, right?
Well, that's that. They break out of that, and then he realizes that there's this company that they've been working for called the Galactic Mining Corporation, and he wants to take them all down.
I want to point something out.
What?
So this whole story is all about. So at this point, they're gonna they break out of this prison that they're in. Right?
Yeah. The storm is this giant cloud, and I won't get into it because
it's a giant ship.
You should read the book.
Oh my god! We said spoilers.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I'm not going to get it because the way I could describe it is not as good. You need to read the book to get the full force because it's really cool. But basically, Captain Sin runs it, and then they buy army or they kidnap people and make them into army and also workers for the Galactic Mining Corporation.
Storm chasers are what Ione was, and they would go and get.
But she betrayed.
They would go
or something.
get people for the Empire or for the Storm or whatever, and they worked for the Black Sun. Black Sun Mining Company.
Yeah.
So anyway, and this is where the book gets crazy. So he finally encounters Sin, who is the guy that's running everything, and he beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And
because he's been training with Punchbot. Punchbot showed him how to figure. Because he's
Punchbots are training robots that they literally meant to spar. And he says, "Hit me back."
Because he wants to learn how to fight different aliens.
Their punishment too. Yeah. And learn how to defend against their
and
fighting.
Punchbot's all about it.
So he fights with Sin and loses and gets shot into space. And this is where you're like, okay, he's spacewalking. But I'm sitting here thinking, we are not that far into the book, and I'm like, okay.
Of course he's not going to be dead.
I'm glad that he got it out of the way in issue 2, because he knows he has to address that, like I said earlier. So he gets shot into space, and this is one of my favorite things, because even in space, where I was thinking, reading this book, he's going to kill them because he doesn't care, because they're aliens. He only doesn't care about killing humans. He'll kill robots and AI and stuff because that's not.
He actually shouts a bunch of times in the book, "No killing." No
killing. We will not kill. And this is a great moment. I'm like, fuck yeah. Jason Aaron gets Batman, where he's like, he says, "I'm a child again, terror-stricken, trembling through darkness, down through a cave without end." Falling farther from home, Gotham, I have failed you. But he says, at least the other prisoners escaped. I only escaped. I try to focus on that. Focus on those I saved, and it makes a difference. I really do try. And he goes, it turns out it makes a difference, all of it. Every life. Every last punch. I'm like, fuck yes. If you're going to say that he's not going to kill, have a really fucking impactful reason to say that, and he did it there. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, okay.
And he gets rescued.
I'm on board with that. And because of that, they save him. Because Ione saves him because she's like...
Also a book, and he's the main character. They're not
It's a Batman book, dude. They're not going to let him die. He's a Batman book. It's a Batman book. So then we land on the planet.
But she thinks he's crazy because she's like, what the fuck?
Home.
We're free. Let's get the fuck out of here. You go home or come with me and let's do it all the time. And that's actually not what she says. She's just like, hey, let's go off and live in peace.
Is falling for him.
Yeah. But so they get to a planet where Black Sun has completely just destroyed it. What it was is never going to be again.
It's where Sin is from.
And there are these people that are just attacked by these cybernetic space wolves. And Batman goes and tames them. So then for the rest of the book, he's got a space wolf steed, which
again,
super cool.
Arcane, but yeah, that whole thing of him being on Sin's home planet and then taming a barbed wolf. Because let me just go back to that. Again, I want to point something out to this. And then we can skip ahead. But I just,
the Stormers, by the way, are still, around.
When he's,
Captain Sin and
I just want to talk about some of these lines, these inner monologues that make me... Stop.
I know. I just know.
I'm not doing the whole...
I love you. No,
I'm
come
not
on.
doing the whole book.
Pause it.
Jesus.
Pause it.
My point was, I just wanted to
There's great bits of dialogue in here. I cannot
because it
disagree.
nails the inner monologue of Bruce. He's such a tryhard. The fact that he's like, I am the Batman of Gotham. And then he's like, I have traveled farther from Earth than I can fully comprehend, and yet I am home. and I'm gonna fight this fucking wolf. And the fact that he fought this fucking space wolf for hours is like, okay, Jason.
Oh yeah. When he describes it, it's like, shut the fuck up. All right, like let's stop with the whole hyperbole. But it is really cool because now he's got a fucking space wolf steed.
Approaches him and tries to say like, we don't need to fight this war. Let's just fucking be together.
The whole point of all this
suit from her scraps, and it's badass.
The whole point of like him going to that planet was, I think, to survive and like kind of hide out. But then he saw the whole wolf thing.
She found him.
Yeah, and then that's how. Yeah, so his mission is still not done, and I think he knows about the Black Sun Mining Corporation, but his main thing now is he wants to beat up Captain Sin and break the Storm Chaser thing so that they're not kidnapping people from worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And
that's what all that, I think 3 and 4 kind of is that he goes and basically beats the shit out of Captain Sin.
Again, I choose. I could go home and because he broke free and she's again.
We haven't even gotten to the Blood Twins, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's built up to this.
Those guys.
So issue 3.
Those fucking creeps.
I know. I'll get there in a minute. That's my point. So issue 3 is pretty much, and I'm thinking, okay, he's trying to do 2 things because like. I'm reading through it. I'm like, we're halfway through the book, and he has defeated Sin, and he is now running the Storm Chaser.
Yeah.
Or the Storm. He runs the Storm, and instead of enslaving these people, he's saving them from the rule of the Black Sun, whatever.
And then he turns his attention to the
Black Sun.
Right. And everybody's like, you're fucking crazy.
Just
dude.
go home.
What is your problem? Why are you here?
And again, Jason Aaron nails it. That's the fucking problem with Batman. He's obsessed with this shit. And Jason Aaron finally says what needs to be said.
He
wants this.
Yep. He can't help but fight injustice. That's who he is.
He wants war.
It doesn't matter that it's not his home.
It
doesn't matter that it's not his people. It matters that these are thinking, sentient beings that
deserve to be free.
Yes. That's it.
And he goes, that's one thing that's universal. He's like, I don't understand your customs, and they're different than mine.
Yeah, they talk about, he does this whole, that's what you should read. He talks about like how there's a planet where like people like, he talks about like a couple of customs that he's like, I don't understand those, but I would never, I can't remember. Anyway.
Well, here he says, I see Gotham drenched in blood. I imagine Two-Face escaping from Arkham, bodies heaped in the streets. Gordon lighting the signal night after night with no one answering the call. I feel myself growing more desperate to get home, angrier than that still, where I have to be right where I have to be. God, I can't read. Blah, 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 blah. And then the war storm comes upon another mining colony, another planet of enslaved people, and we intercept another cargo of plundered orphans, and I know that this is a fight I cannot abandon. I know that Batman still has work to do out here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it. And I understand where he's like, you kind of see where Batman is coming from on one level, but I still think most sane people, and that's what I love when he drives home with the rest of the series, is like would have gone home and not done this. Yeah. But that's why he's the Batman. So he continues to do this, and he runs the storm. He also realizes that Batman can become a symbol of hope because people are flying flags. And then we meet a new character for this, the Thanagarian. And the first thing I thought...
Oh, God, the Thanagarian.
The first thing I thought was like... Hawkman is reincarnated as like Lobo or something is what I first thought. I was like, is it Hawkman? It's got to be Hawkman.
It's not Hawkman.
Well, the first thing,
I can't remember his name.
When he shows the mace, I'm like, he's a fucking Thanagarian. And the next thing I know, he pops the wings and he's flying. It's such a cool page, dude. His design's awesome. All the character designs are so cool. So he's.
I like the Blood Twins.
The Blood Twins are the main people that run they run the Black Sun. Yeah, they sick the Thanagarian on Batman.
And one of them is just creepy, and then the other one whispers something to you, and you rip your face off.
One is what they would call on Reddit a muscle mommy. She's this big, strong chick. And there's another one, her twin brother.
Little creepy little
He's
fuck.
like whispers apparently drive people in crazy, and like some people's heads explode. And
I don't want to get too much into how he beats them because
it's so
largely 5 and
awesome.
6 is 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 2 is him getting his ass beat. 3, 4 is him changing and getting the Storm Chaser thing and realizing he has a bigger battle ahead of him. And 5, 6 is basically him taking the fight to the Blood Twins. And I got to reiterate, everybody that hears him say it, he's like, are you fucking nuts?
Because you think that
he can just whisper at you and you will tear your face off.
At the end of
whatever he whispers to you.
This 5th issue, it makes it seem like...
I want to see one part.
Oh, you bitch.
I'll hold the page. Go ahead.
Well, by the end of the 5th issue, it looks like that Ione, because she's mad because she's like, all I ever wanted was just to like have a life with you, and you couldn't put this aside. You had to just continue this war. We took this fucking ship. She's like, you went all this way from home to the slag galaxy where we're at to do all this to just for nothing.
Yes.
Like.
So
to continue this war forever, because you're gonna die. You can't keep fighting these fucking aliens. You know what I mean? They're stronger. They're bigger. You're not gonna keep doing this. You're just a human.
I'll spoil one part. God damn this fucking microphone! It's like a fucking.
Take
it's
it
like
off.
a dick that needs Cialis.
Just
Going limp without
take
me
it
knowing.
easy.
I'm just like, man, don't go limp now. I do want to do kind of one thing. At one point, Batman is trapped, and it's part of the plan. We'll see. But the little creepy guy is whispering to him, and obviously you're like, oh shit, right? And that's the the thing or whatever, the cliffhanger of that issue. And then 6 opens up, and you realize, and the sister at some point says like, why is this taking so long? And finally, you see Batman coming out, and he says, he spoke horrors to me. I speak truth to him. I tell him of an orphan in an alley, a bat through a window. I tell him the story behind each and every one of my scars. I tell this killer of billions that no matter the horrors he spews, his galaxy will be free. I tell him all of this in so many words as I whisper over and over again, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Right?
He gets it. He fucking gets it, man. He just gets it.
That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because he's got him down on the floor, and he's all like, da-da-da, and Batman just finally gets up, and the sister's like, why is this, and Ione comes in, and there's a whole, I don't want to get too much into it, because I really do, it's 1999, you can't really find a better value than that. It's a great book.
I'm going to try and get a hardcover.
Yeah, but, again,
but
it's
following that
so good.
shot into them storming in.
Yeah.
But this panel of him whispering that is such a great example of how you fucking nail fan service.
Now, did he say?
Because it's not technically it is fan service, but it is actually a good part of the narrative, because that's something he would do.
And thank you, Tim Burton and Michael Keaton, for making
creating that iconic line.
No, but and you realize that the whole time he wasn't saying like, I was an orphan and now. No, he's literally whispering back to him over and over again, I'm Batman, I'm Batman, I'm Batman, until the guy just fucking goes nuts himself. I give it a 2 thumbs up.
The best part, you have eaten well, your feast ends now. It's the same thing he said to the wolf.
I big fan.
My favorite part, or one of my favorite things about the ending. So he shows back to Gotham, beats the shit out of the alien thug.
Of course.
And then the final thing is like, this is amazing too. I love this. So Ione is on the ship. She's running the storm. And Punchbot's there, or Batbot now. He fucking says, she goes, don't say a word, robot. Just do what you do and find me someone to punch. And she jumps out wearing the bat armor that he made.
And with of course the wolf.
Warwolf. Or Batwolf, whatever you want to call it.
Look,
fucking awesome, man. I love this book. I'm gonna have to buy my own copy of it, and like I'm gonna try and get a hardcover of it.
Ultimately, this
I wanted him to do more Batman. I wanted to read more.
Shit
like that.
I don't necessarily take it like that. The way I take it is that there are no limits. There really aren't. And some of the shit you've seen in comics, man, don't be afraid to just go, why not? It's a fucking comic book. Hey, let's have a space wolf. Sure, why the fuck not? Hey, let's do it. Like,
because
Jason
it looks
Aaron,
cool, and I'll find a way to make it cool.
Exactly, dude. And sometimes comic books are some dude sitting around, what if Batman was in space?
You know what, Tyler? We talk about this a lot. It's a little thing
Mic
called
drop.
It's a little thing called rule of cool. Some things just look cool. And if Batman, and if you look, motherfucker, if you look me in the face, Terry, and you tell me that you don't think Batman on a space wolf or having a space wolf isn't fucking cool, Terry,
Then get the fuck out of here.
get out of my house, Terry.
You're fired. Turn in your Frito-Lay badge at the front desk immediately.
You coward.
Coward! Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.